Good afternoon, everyone. So I have royally taped off this entire section here, and I have laid some of that Woodland Scenic paving tape to pave this section of the road. I just laid down the plaster here through the paving tape. So I got these, I got 3 of these little bottles at Walgreens. Walgreens actually sells these, empties. And they're like literally $1 and some cents. Like I think they're $1.20 or something. The mist on it is perfect. If I spray the water on halfway through, it takes about 30 to 35 minutes to dry. So if I mist this on about say 15 minutes in, once it looks like it's not as runny, it makes the road a lot smoother. Okay, it's been 15 minutes since I put this on, so now I'm gonna just take a little water and spray. Just mist it. Not too much. Don't want to overdo it. There we go. Just a little. Let's get a little on there. Not very much at all. You know, this layout is sort of an inspiration from my grandfather. He used to take me and the rest of my family on rides when I was a kid. He's lived up in the upper UP of Michigan. So a lot of what this layout has a lot to do with his rides, to driving us all over the UP of Michigan and parts of upper Wisconsin. So a lot of this layout is based off of bits and pieces of the upper UP. And there were waterfalls he took us to, a lot of waterfalls, roads next to waterfalls, coves, took me fishing a lot. There were mountains and whatnot. One of the things I really wanted to do with this layout, but unfortunately I don't have the space, is I wanted to put a mine in there. The upper UP has a lot of mining. A lot of the mining is like you'll find old mine shafts and stuff for the iron ore that they mined up there. And you know, I always wanted to put like an old mine shaft somewhere, and I actually still have a space if I find a mine, an old mine, I could put one here, sort of like an abandoned mine shaft. And he showed me pictures and stuff, and so I'm not doing a prototype, but I'm still using it as an inspiration for kind of what I want to do. And is done. It's all in there and I have painted it. It's dried. The only thing that needs to be done is road striping, and I did put in the stands for these tanks. The tanks are kind of close together. I also started weathering them using what's called Rustall. So they have these things here. Rustall number 1 is rust, which is I already started adding. Number 2 is a black wash. Number 3 is called dead flat, which takes anything that's kind of glossy and makes it kind of dull looking or flat. And there's a 4th one, which is a silt. I'm not going to be really using that. I have these tanks here. They're not glued in, but they are rusted up pretty good. I might rust them up a bit more. The thing is, these stands, which are right here, they're kind of close together, but so these are how the tanks go on these stands. The bases were, and I glued those in. It took about 13 hours for them to go in there. But I don't want to glue the tanks in permanently. Why I don't mind these being in here permanently. I am going to have this so this layout is mobile, so it can be moved around. And these would just fall off. So I have some glue that I bought called Scenic accent glue. See if we can focus. There we go. So it's called Scenic accent glue. It allows you to actually take the stuff that you put down and take it back up and move it around. So it's almost like a tack. So it doesn't actually permanently stay. You can actually remove the stuff without a problem. So I'm going to actually put that on these tanks so I can have it so it stays in place, so I don't, if I bumped into it or something, it won't fall off. But if I pull it off, I can still pull it off using this glue. For the coal bunker, I painted it up and made it look a lot better than what it looked like. I'm going to back off so you can see it better. But yeah, I added the brown to give it a wood color, green door, some white windows, and I'm going to kind of flip it here because underneath is like a wood slot. You can see that I painted that too. And then I still haven't glued the top on, but I want to add some decal or something to the top of it. I didn't get any of the decals with the building, but this is all brown. It's very hard to see on camera. So I still have to glue this on, and there's one other thing that came with this, or there's another thing that this kit, if you had the whole kit, the thing is I don't have the whole kit. I never got the whole kit. I got pieces of the kit. They had coal chutes on each one of these silos. The thing is I don't have the coal chutes, but I'm going to try to recreate them. I downloaded the PDF for this kit from Walthers and took a look at the chutes, and I think I can recreate the chutes for all these cylinders using scratch building supplies like styrene and whatnot. And I might even do some 3D printing to try to get these to get some kind of chutes going. So I'm definitely going to try to do that too. So this is the stuff that makes the coal. It's a little bag from Woodland Scenic. It looks like ballast basically, but it is coal. So I do have a dark black coal mixture that I'm going to mix in with the ballast. And I am also, oops, I fell on the floor. But I also plan to glue some of it to the bottom of the base of this, just to give more of a look. And the tanks looking a lot better. And we'll be able to do, and then the other buildings that are going to be here, I have them painted right now. They're drying. That's the one that loads the tanker cars plus the pump house. I am also going to be running some piping from this location to this location and feeding them into the whole truck loading bay slash tanks over here. Like I said, it's all going to be gravel, so I'm going to kind of have the pipes. You kind of can see them through the gravel, but not so much. So I'm going to have some of that going on. But yeah, I think these tanks have turned out fantastic with the weathering. Like I said, they can weather a bit more than what they are right now, but I think they're definitely moving in the right direction and makes this little scene over here look a lot better. Like I said, I got a lot more work to do than just here. I have the whole layout to do, and I have a lot of little scenes. Each building in their own right's a little scene. I have a lot of kits that need to be painted, and I have been doing a lot of painting in the last week or two. I'm not sure if I've shown you this fencing, but this is the fencing material that I got for this area. And that stuff looks great, and I'm going to have that all around the perimeter of this coal slash fuel area. And I think I could probably get away with using just this bottom edge of the spur. But I got what they say is about 79 to 80 inches worth of fencing. I don't know if it's that much, but it's quite a bit of it. It's the Walthers Ranch House. First of all, this thing has been out of stock for almost a year. And I've been looking for a number of houses that would fit in my area. And so this footprint is a 2 9/32 by 3 1/16, which is... So let's take a look at what comes in this. Like I said, this thing has been out of stock from Walthers for a long time. Though I got this through MB Klein. And you don't get a lot with it. Comes this little small little bag. So we get a bunch of plastic pieces. thing of instructions, and we do get plastic, not very much. There's like one little piece of plastic. I'm not sure if this is for all the windows. And oh, it looks like we also get some kind of decal sheet or something. It feels like cardboard. You could kind of put window shades on the windows. They look kind of cheesy. Okay. So you get a roof piece and a foundation piece. And you get another like foundation piece. What I think it is this is actually for the roof. It is. So you put the roof on top of that. And then you get two different kind of windows here. Different bay windows. One it pops out, one it's this regular bay window. And then you get 3 doors. So you can choose between the 3 doors, and there's 2 areas for doors. So you get one with 3 windows, one with a round window, and one with a regular square window. And then you get a bunch of little window pieces. And then I believe these are gutters. And then these are all the wall pieces. So you can see it's not very big. It's a pretty tiny building. This looks pretty good. It's got like a brick, sort of like brick on it. And so yeah, that's about the size of the roof. And it's a pretty short little house. And like I said, this right here is what it looks like. Looks like your basic ranch house. And so yeah, this is going to be one of the 3 houses that I'm going to add to the layout. I still